What if I told you that the world you know today was shaped by a series of events that happened over 200 years ago? Imagine a world on the brink of change, where political, economic and social tensions were simmering beneath the surface. A world where the struggle for representation, the burden of taxation, and the glaring inequality among the classes were no longer bearable. This was the world that gave birth to the American and French revolutions. The Enlightenment ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity were not just lofty concepts discussed in intellectual salons. They were the fuel that ignited the revolutionary fervor. They were the call to arms for the oppressed and the underrepresented. They were the rallying cry for a new world order. The stage was set, the players were ready, and the world was about to witness revolutions that would echo through time. The flames of revolution were about to be sparked, and they would forever change the course of history. From the ashes of conflict, a new nation was born. As the embers of revolution smoldered, the American colonies were thrust into a tumultuous journey towards independence. The Stamp Act of 1765 was one of the initial sparks that ignited the revolutionary fervor. This act, imposed by the British Parliament, levied a tax on every piece of printed paper in the colonies, a move that was met with fierce opposition. The resistance grew stronger with the infamous Boston Tea Party of 1773. A group of colonists, in a defiant act against the Tea Act, dumped 342 chests of tea into the Boston harbor. This act of rebellion was a turning point, marking a shift from peaceful protest to direct action. In the heart of the revolution, we find key figures such as George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Franklin. Washington, a military man turned statesman, led the Continental Army to victory against the British forces. His leadership was instrumental in shaping the newly born nation. Then there was Thomas Jefferson, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This pivotal document, signed in 1776, proclaimed the colony's independence from British rule. Jefferson's eloquent words encapsulated the Enlightenment ideals of liberty, equality, and the right to self-governance. And let's not forget Benjamin Franklin, a polymath and diplomat. He played a crucial role in securing French support during the Revolution, tipping the balance of power in favor of the colonies. The American Revolution was a crucible of change, a struggle that birthed a nation. It was a time of upheaval and transformation, of ordinary people rising against tyranny, of leaders guiding a fledgling nation towards the promise of freedom. With the echoes of the last cannon fire, a new nation arose, founded on the ideals of freedom and democracy. This was more than a revolution. It was the birth of a new nation, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the people and the enduring power of their ideals. From the ashes of conflict, the United States of America was born, ushering in a new era of liberty and self-governance. Across the Atlantic, in the heart of Europe, a storm was brewing. The French Revolution, a decade-long period of political and social turmoil, was about to redefine the very fabric of French society. The revolution kicked off with the storming of the Bastille, a royal fortress and prison that had become a symbol of royal tyranny. This audacious move on July 14, 1789, was more than just a prison break. It was a powerful act of rebellion, a clear message to the monarchy that the people were ready to fight for their rights. As the revolution evolved, radical ideologies began to take root. The Enlightenment ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity were echoed in the revolutionary calls for justice and democratic reform. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, a key document of the French Revolution, enshrined these principles, laying the groundwork for a society where power truly belonged to the people. But the path to this new society was fraught with violence and upheaval. The Reign of Terror, a period marked by mass executions and political purges, saw the brutal enforcement of revolutionary ideals. Yet even amidst this chaos, the revolution was reshaping France, dismantling the old regime and laying the foundation for a new political order. Finally, the revolution gave way to the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, a military and political leader who would seize control of France and declare himself emperor. Napoleon's rule brought stability, but also autocracy, marking a shift from the democratic ideals of the revolution. Yet despite the twists and turns of this tumultuous period, the French Revolution remains a powerful symbol of the people's power. It was a time when ordinary citizens rose up against oppression, when radical ideas challenged the status quo, and when a nation was reborn from the ashes of the old regime. From the storming of the Bastille to the rise of Napoleon, the French Revolution was a testament to the power of popular uprisings and the transformative potential of radical ideologies. The French Revolution, a tumultuous period of radical change, set a precedent for popular sovereignty. Revolutions, however, are not just about battles and leaders. They are a complex tapestry woven from countless threads of human endeavor, each contributing to the grand design. Among these threads, the Revolutionary Wars stand out as a stark reminder of the toll these upheavals took. From the American War of Independence to the Napoleonic Wars, these conflicts transformed the landscape of power, redrawing the maps of Europe and the Americas, and redefining the strategies of warfare and diplomacy. Yet, amid the smoke and thunder of battle, quieter revolutions were also taking place. Women, often overlooked in the annals of history, played pivotal roles in these movements. Think of Abigail Adams, who urged her husband to remember the ladies as he helped to craft a new nation. Or Olympe de Gouges, who penned the Declaration of the Rights of Woman and the Female Citizen in revolutionary France, championing gender equality. And let's not forget the power of the pen and the brush during these times. Art, literature, and propaganda became potent tools for shaping public opinion and rallying support for the revolutionary cause. Patriotic paintings, political cartoons, incendiary pamphlets, and impassioned speeches all were used to stir the hearts and minds of the people and to immortalize the ideals and events of these tumultuous times. The American and French revolutions were not just about breaking the chains of tyranny. They were about the birth of new ideas, the rise of unheard voices, and the power of collective action. They were about reshaping the world, not only through the force of arms, but through the strength of ideals and the courage of individuals. And so the Revolutionary Wars, the role of women, and the influence of art and propaganda all come together to form a picture of revolution that is as diverse as it is profound. In the chaos of revolution, the world was reshaped, not just through war, but through ideas and individuals. But what do these revolutions mean for us today? The American and French revolutions, two monumental events in the annals of history, serve as powerful reminders of mankind's enduring struggle for justice, equality, and democracy. They were not just isolated events confined to the 18th century, but rather they were the sparks that ignited the flame of revolutionary fervor around the globe. Let's begin with their enduring legacy. The ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity championed during these revolutions are still cherished today. They laid the groundwork for democratic republics, inspiring nations worldwide to break free from the shackles of tyranny. The constitutions written during these revolutions, particularly the United States Constitution, continue to serve as a blueprint for modern democracies. These revolutions also commemorated their heroes and events through monuments, memorials, and national holidays. This practice continues today, reminding us of the sacrifices made for the freedoms we enjoy. The French celebrate Bastille Day, a commemoration of the storming of the Bastille, a pivotal event in the French Revolution. Across the Atlantic, Americans celebrate Independence Day, marking their declaration of independence from British rule. But the impact of these revolutions extends beyond their immediate borders. Revolutionary ideas spread like ripples in a pond, influencing subsequent uprisings in Latin America, Haiti, and other parts of the world. These revolutions in turn reshaped notions of citizenship, rights, and democracy. The domino effect set in motion by the American and French revolutions has been felt throughout history, from the abolition of slavery to the civil rights movement, and even in contemporary struggles for justice and equality. What lessons can we glean from these revolutions for our modern struggles? Firstly, these revolutions underscore the power of people to challenge prevailing systems and shape their own destiny. They remind us that change, while often fraught with difficulty and sacrifice, is possible when people unite for a common cause.